state-run institutions did well before, and as a result of the current corrupt leadership, they are collapsing. They are collapsing, and therefore we must not say because there is an incapable leadership, state institutions will inherently not do well. I mean, we can give many examples. Singapore is one of the countries with state-owned enterprises which are contributing decisively to the economy.
No, like Julius Malema is a man who's fighting for. He's fighting for equality. He's fighting for to nationalize the banks, to nationalize the land. So to nationalize, I don't know if people know what is to nationalize. So like when you say to nationalize the banks is to say the banks must be owned by the state. The banks must be owned by the state. So like what is the advantages when the banks are owned by the states? And we spoke about we must nationalize the land. And again, like it's focused on what is the advantages of nationalizing the banks in South Africa and the land? This what Malema focus on to nationalize, and people don't understand that. It's so bad. You talk about the thing must be owned by the state. And like I'm not here for your views, I'm here to educate you. So because when you go here to see what this nationalized means, advantages of nationalizing the banks in South Africa: the greater access to finance. State-owned banks can focus on ordinary people, not just profit. That's what Julius Malema is focused on. Easy for loans, small businesses can get. Young entrepreneurs, people want to run their business, they can go to bank to borrow money. Township and rural communities, less discrimination based on the race, location, and wealth. This is what Julius Malema is focused on. Lower banking cost, few higher fees of account transfer loans. Banking become public service, not only a business. Because like now, banking is a business. Helps poor and working class households save money and support development. Government can be direct money to housing, project infrastructure, education, and healthcare. In industrial growth, banks and national development goals, not shareholders only. Economic sovereignty, less dependence of private or foreign control banks. This country controls its own financial system, reduce capital fight and money, reduce inequality. This is what Julius Malema is focusing on, which is very beautiful.
So we're saying here in South Africa, anything that is going to help us, it is a state intervention in partnership with private sector to run a successful economy. Anyway, as you were shouting at the back, I was not shocked because I don't raise comfortable things.
Wow. See, I don't raise comfortable things. He raised things that are going to break you inside. This is the thing about the truth. This thing about the truth, Julius Malema, he speak the truth. He speak his mind. Whether you like him or not, he's going to speak the truth. It's like when I'm busy here talking, there's someone at the behind shouting. See, like I'm not surprised. I've been here. I've been dealing with people like you. When I talk, they'll be like at the background, blah 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 blah. You see, like I don't raise comfortable things. I focus on the real issues. He say that. So like, I don't focus. I don't raise. I when I talk, people get touched. You know, like when someone talk, you be like, oh my God, what is going to say? You say that.
I must touch the nerve, and I don't get easily shaken whether by sober or half sober people.
You can see like, yo, this lady is focused. She's focused, and even like others that clapping hands. It's like, wow, we love your confidence, but we love. You can see like even the guy here is like, oh my God, what we have today. What are we having today?
I have no problem at all. No one get to scare me. I express myself anywhere free without any fear or any intention of begging relationships. I'm here to articulate the EFF policy. You like it or not, it doesn't matter.
You know, like, man, Julius Malema, I don't want to lie, man. He speak his mind. So like, now when I talk, people shake. You know, I don't come here and talk and people do not get shaken. People, they must feel I'm here and I'm talking because of there's someone talking in the background. The reason is saying this was saying about we need to nationalize because of some wise they believe when the country is falling apart because of, okay, that's beautiful. The country like is going like down because of black people are in charge. There are lots of them they believe like they're so like, man, this country is going down because of like black people are in charge now. They're in charge, and like when they're in charge like this, we can't allow something like this. So they believe if like they take over, they can change this country. So you are talking on that point, so like no, things won't go that way. Let's listen to Julius Malema. He said like whether you like it or not, I'm in charge here. I'm in charge here. Wow, man, this man believe himself so much. This man believe himself so much. I never saw someone who believed themselves like Julius Malema.
We are happy that the Cape Chamber invited us, not because we share anything, but because we can exchange ideas. What is going to make South Africa work? What is going to make South Africa work is platforms like this. Where
Facts. The same thing that I was debating on I was rating on the big debate. Which is so beautiful platform to be in. Get ideas and people they're sharing their opinion, which is so beautiful. It's saying like this is the best way to connect with our differences. You understand? Because I believe people they have their own differences. I believe this is the best way. This is the only way so for us to connect. This is the best platform we should focus on because of this platform are the ones that's going to build us, are the ones that are going to make us to meet our differences. Don't come here and this one is talking like this one is talking like this, but to meet the differences. This is so beautiful, and I hope you are learning and we are busy commenting there on the live chat.
we sit together and exchange ideas, sometimes in a robust manner, because it is good for our democracy. We cannot just sit in our comfort zones and not talk to each other. We have to talk to one another, sometimes uncomfortable as it might be.
Definitely it is. Because of just Malama is going to talk to why they are so scary. Because of yesterday I was reacting on a big debate on racism. You know, like there were whites, there were Indians, there were blacks and coloreds. People they were getting cash, they were getting uncomfortable topics that touch their nerve, and others they were leaving the building. But these topics that we need to focus on to build a rainbow nation. After how many years, man, we're still busy on the rainbow nation. This is so sad.
It's a necessary discourse because it will build this country. That's Madiba's legacy, the ability to talk to those you even disagree with. That's where we come from, and we believe that with this type of intervention, South Africa will be a better place. We've noted all those
Flats. Hey, that's so beautiful. Let's come together. Let's have negotiation. Let's have those uncomfortable topics. Let's come and talk about those uncomfortable topics. This is what we were saying, like, let's come, let's talk, let's come to this channel, let's share our thoughts. This is very important because we need to understand other people's differences. Yes, others will say like we are different, we express things different, we practice our culture different. But this platform, like Julius Malema said, is the only platform that's going to allow us to bring our differences on the table, to bring a difference, your difference on the table, and to bring the difference on the table. Then we take those differences on the table, then we make conclusion based on that. This is what Julius Malema is fighting for. So like, let's all build those in differences. Why not? Let's come together and build those the differences. You know, this is the man who's well known in Africa as a whole. This is the man who's well known about like all relatable English. Is a man who speaks the truth, and the truth that is only we have to solve this country.
International developments, and even when it was nice time internationally, we were still doing bad, not because of the global economy, but because of the policies which were agreed to during the sunset clauses. We need the sunrise clauses. Thank you.
Wow, man, come on, guys. If you're watching this video, you're not clapping your hands. I don't know what you're waiting for. If like you're watching this video and you're not here, say like, wow, this is so beautiful, man. This is what we need to focus on. I downloaded lots of videos of Julius Malema. I downloaded a lot of videos of Julius Malema. This is the thing that we need to focus on. I know, like sometimes, like like sometimes Malema say things that we are not agree with, but at the end of the day, we need to embrace him.
Hello.
Oh my God, this is a news. I want Malema speak. Why did I download this one? Let me remove it. Why did I download something that's going to? I want Malema speak and educate us. Oh my God, what the?
Hello, South Africa.
Oh my God. I downloaded something that's going.
Ramaphosa is a product produced by the Oppenheimers, working with the Ruperts. We fought the Guptas. We succeeded. We're not going to allow the Ruperts to be Guptas. If their own media, white-owned media, is going to allow them, we're not going to allow that. Why is the media today not telling us that the child of a
Like I don't understand about who is the Guptas already. Please tell me who is the Guptas that they were working with Jacob Zuma that time, because it's very important. The history is very important. Can you please tell me who's the Guptas exactly? Like guys, the when we are growing up, this is the Guptas. Because when we work with this kind of topics, we need to understand everything because this is the history that the kids is going to scroll and see me reacting on this and asking themselves, what is Guptas? What was happening the Guptas? And then because it's very important to focus on this. What is the Guptas already? So who are the Guptas? I want to message and Guptas is a wealthy business family originally from India who moved to South Africa in the 19th, short after the end of apartheid. Wow, they moved straight after apartheid in South Africa. It's nice. The main Gupta's brothers these are brothers. They built a large business empire in South Africa. So I want to know with those business. Gupta's own control companies like mining, oh my God, energy, medias, technologies, consulting. Some well companies like linked to this what the Guptas own and stuff like. Relationship with Jacob Zuma. Gupta's become very close to Jacob Zuma and his family. Zuma's son, Julius Zuma, he did business with Gupta's companies. The Guptas had direct access to Zuma. They were accused of influencing government decision. The relationship led to become known as state capture. What is a state capture? I love how he explained this. This is the educational video. The state capture a powerful private individual influence or control government institution to benefit themselves. Oh, this is state capture. So state capture is a powerful private individual. When they say you are state capture, you as individual, you are benefiting from from yourself. You don't care about the citizen of this country, and this is what we experience. And Julius Malema has been fighting for that. The Gupta's alleged influence, appointment of ministers, awarding government contractors, decisions state owned by their companies. Major scandal, yeah. The thing I wanted to understand, like, what is Guptas exactly?
Mabuza is working as a PA of Johan Rupert. But we are told who Ace Magashule's son is working for. Is it a nice capture when it's done by whites? And it's unacceptable when it's done by blacks? Capture remains capture. Worse if it's done by whites.
I said like worse is state. I just explained what is a state capture. When people are in power in parliament, then they benefit by themselves. It's like when it's done by a black person, it's a wrong thing. But when it's done by a white person, wow, there's something that must be celebrated. State capture people, I don't know what they have done during that time. Oh, sorry. I don't know what they have done during that time about the state capture to benefit things for themselves. I don't know what they have done, but you can see like Malema is frustrated. Malema is like frustrated based on this. He's shouting. Normally Malema he loves to shout, right? Yeah.
We have captured our country for a very long time. Rupert, they are all celebrating. I've never seen captains of the industry so happy in a long time. They are now manipulating rent to show some strength. There's no strength of anything there. It's a manipulation by white capital to create an impression that Ramaphosa is the angel we've been waiting for. Once white capital praises something too much, then you must begin to doubt it. There's something wrong.
Yes. And people they don't see it. So Julius Malema is smart, very smart. And you can see like when the white start to praise something like this, no, there's something wrong. No, there's something wrong. There's something wrong happening there. Man, I don't want to lie, man. I don't want to lie, dog. Malema is smart. And everything Malema is talking about is things that are existing already. When Julius Malema talk, he talk about things that are already existing. He talk about things about now. Now we experience in South Africa. Now watch this video. Watch this video. Everything Julius Malema talk about it is a thing that happened. That are happening like today. Julius Malema is like a Bible. In the Bible, I read and I pray. In the Bible, I read and I Bible. In the Bible, I read and I pray.
The popcorn and mushrooming political parties in Zimbabwe, they will never find friendship in us. They can insert here from air-conditioned offices of Santen. We are unshaken. They must stop shouting at us. They must go and fight for their battle in Zimbabwe and win. If they've got ground and they are...
So this terrorist someone say like Julius Malema like now he fails Zimbabweans, but like now he sound like he's against them. So he's saying someone going to say like now he fails Zimbabweans, but like now he against them. What is happening exactly? the question that raise eyebrows, you know.
Formed on the basis of solid ground in Zim. Why are they speaking in Santen and not Mashonaland or Matabeleland? There's nothing Santen in Zimbabwe. There's everything about the Zimbabweans. Let them go back and go and fight there. Even when the ANC was underground in exile, we had our internal underground fighting for freedom. And we have never.
So the this thing is give us the questions. Like Malema loves Zims. Malema loves Zims. I don't know, Malema loves Zims. But like now it's like they must go. They must go to fight their state. They can't away running away this side, hoping the state is going to be fine. Which is I totally agree with Julius Malema. They can't run away from their countries, hoping things going to be fine this side. I totally agree. People they run away. Who's going to fix your country then? It's like you are staying with a wife that beats you. Your wife always beats you. You have a kids, you can't spend time with your kids. And you don't want to go to fix. Or maybe there's someone who rented in your house. For example, let me give you an example. Someone rented in your house. And in the background of their house. Then this person always beats you. Always beats you. Then what you're doing, you're not fighting back. There's a problem. There's a problem. You're supposed to fight back. You're supposed to do that.
Never spoken from exile. You see, let me tell you, before.
Whatever, leave that guy alone.
You are Chacharach. Let me tell you. This is a building of a revolutionary party. And you know nothing about the revolution. So here you behave or else you jump. Yeah, you don't laugh. Chief, can you get security to remove this thing?
I don't know, like maybe you feel disrespected. Maybe you feel like disrespected. So like, come on, I'm talking and you're talking. You don't respect me, or you don't respect this revolutionary house? Yeah? What's happening? Is it like you don't respect me, or what is happening? I'm talking about serious issues here, and then you are making me a joke? Just imagine you're talking and someone's talking back. You're talking about serious. This man was in the fire talking about Zimbabweans. So Zimbabweans must go back home. Then he hears someone at the back. Yeah? He hears someone at the back say, like, I don't know what he said, but what he said, Julius Malema said, like, no. Malema said, like, no. I will never tolerate this kind of thing. Listen what he said to this guy. Listen what he said. It's so like, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, when I was shit. Listen what he said to this guy. I was like, oh my God, listen.
If you're not going to behave, you're going to call security to take you out. This is not a newsroom, this. It's a revolutionary house. And that tendency, don't come here with that white tendency. Not yet. You can do it somewhere else. Not yet. If you've got a tendency of undermining blacks even where you work, you are in the wrong place. Yeah, you are in the wrong place. That's rubbish. And you can go out.
This guy said that's rubbish. That's rubbish. He's angry now. This guy is fighting back. To say, like, you can't talk to me like that, Julius. You can't talk to me like that, Julius. That's the rubbish. He said it by his mouth. I didn't say it. He said it by his mouth. Say like this. That's rubbish. Yo, this guy is brave.
Yeah, you can go out. Rubbish is what you have covered in that trouser. That is rubbish. That which you have covered in this trouser is rubbish. Okay? You are a small boy. You can't do anything.
I didn't come here to be.
Come out. Go out. Bastard.
Hey,
Go out.
hey. Say, bastard. Huh? Wow, this was. Oh my God.
You bloody agent.
Hey. Wow. And after this, man, he continued like nothing happened. After Malema attacked that white man, he talked like nothing happened. Like the conversation is happening. Like the conversation is happening. What after he said to that white man? So like he continued like everything's fine. Huh? You know, like he continued like everything is fine. That makes me to question myself. So like, how Malema, why you treat that man like that? Question myself, man. Ha. Malema is fearless, man. No. Malema is fearless. Let's watch this video. This video is talking about confront the whiteness. The title says that. So like in this video, it's talking about to confront the whiteness. I don't know, but let's say what is confronting from the whiteness exactly. Let's go.
Shall be the owners of the means of production in South Africa. And don't be ashamed about that. You must be liberated. Only those who are...
They're doing what? They're dancing or what, man? Look what is happening. There's a lot of people, I don't know, like they're dancing or what. EFF is huge. EFF is huge. If you think EFF is a small party, you are lying to yourself. EFF is huge. Look what I'm seeing here.
Oppressed. Only the slaves think that when we own the land, white people will go. Those who want to go because they are threatened by black ownership, they must go.
So you see, like there's this rumor. There's this rumor saying like if they're going to own the land, white people must go.
We will stay here with whites who are democratic, who appreciate that the majority of people in South Africa must own the majority of the land, the mines, the banks, and all strategic means in the economy.
But that's true, man, because of the majority is supposed to own those things, you know. The majority is supposed to own everything. You understand? And I understand his point to say like because of like us, we own 4%. We own 4%. So it's like the people, the majority of this country, they must own the majority of everything. He said that, I didn't say it. Listen what he's saying like now. Listen what he's saying. I didn't say it, he said by himself, say like the majority of these people, they must own certain things, you understand? So I think like I'm going to do some exercise while reacting. It's good to do exercise when you are reacting for health especially.
Went to school, you were born after 1994. Don't be scared of white people. Confront white people. Defeat white people. Phaisa uzothola umhlaba. Umhlaba uyeza Phaisa. Be ready. If you have a problem with my people occupying the land, don't shoot. Just pretend like you are shooting and shoot warnings.
Don't shoot what? Totally confused. You say like, don't shoot. I'm asking like, what exactly? What they should not shoot. And you say like, if you have a problem when my people taking land, when my people taking land, listen what he said. Let me revise to you. Listen what he's saying. I feel like that's why like lots of whites are scared. That's why lots of whites are scared. Listen to this one. Listen. Listen. That's why like lots of whites are scared when it comes to Malema.
My people occupying the land, don't shoot. Be ready. If you have a problem with my people occupying the land, don't shoot. Just pretend like you are shooting and shoot warnings and go closer to the fighters and tell them,
Yeah. I believe like after this message, he went to they opened the charges ANC. If you don't follow our history, we'll never know. If you don't follow our history, we'll never know. ANC opened the charges for him to say black people must occupy the land. Then they opened the charges against Julius Malema because of what he's saying. He said like if you see my people occupy land, don't shoot. Meaning like don't shoot the content or don't shoot what I don't know, I'm lost. He said like yeah, but he went to court based on that occupying the land of their forefathers. That's what he said. And then like then he found himself in then there's a video I was reacting on it about Julius Malema in court for what he said, you understand? Then he went to court to discuss this matter of telling people they must occupy the land.
we are together in this struggle. On the 8th of May, remember the party that fights for black people.
So like during that time there were voting times, like voting times, politics, they will come to advertise themselves, they will give their manifesto, they will tell some stories, I think like this was a time where like it was focused on that.
Unity. Unity means don't challenge white people so that they can continue to be privileged and you continue to work for them. I don't want black people, especially you, the young ones, to work for white people. I want you to work for yourself. And where possible, white people must work for you. That will be a true freedom.
Wow, it is motivational, I will say, but others they won't say like it's not motivational. They say like I don't want to see the youth of this country working for white people. You say like that because of as you can see the whole thumbnail is focusing on Malema on whiteness. Like this 3 hours video where like Malema is focused on the whiteness, and this video include fitness, when the child can just stand and stretch your body because it's a long video that you focus on. But he said like that, he said like I want you guys, they must work for you. You must not work for them. There's a true freedom. But like when you go to get funds, it's no funds. The corruption in this country. The corruption in this country. We're going to watch this video where like Julius Malema attack a white judge, candidate. Which is like this candidate is so scared, to like, oh my God, Malema, don't ask me those questions. Because you know, like how Malema is, you know. So this particular, these so scared, so like, oh, Malema, why interview by Malema? You know, we are going to go through that and watch the video together. And the most important part, guys, you must do just like come here and type, say like, oh, I love you, I love your content, thank you so much, and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay motivated. So let's watch this video where like Julius Malema interview a white judge to understand, like, you understand the black people pain or whatever. I don't know what they're going to talk about, but I know most of the time it's all about to see like they understand, because of most of the time they're going to make decision to black people, so they understand their black people culture and those cultures.
How many staff members do you have in your office? Not in the group. Your office.
In my staff, in my office, only one receptionist, and I use a typist. It's not permanently in my service. We, as a group, use the typist.
So how many are you in the office? You are 3. It's you, the PA, and the typist
Yes, the receptionist and the typist.
in your office.
Yes.
And then how many are black people?
The receptionist is a black woman.
Have you ever visited a township?
Yes.
I don't like, you have to start with that question. I remember he was interviewing this guy. He asked him to say like, you ever been in a township? That guy was like, yeah, I was just visiting for hours. Let's see what he's going to say. So
Where?
When I was in Bophuthatswana, on many occasions we had to go into the townships.
Where? In which township?
In Garankuwa, Winterveld.
Can you speak any indigenous?
Mabopane?
Can you speak any indigenous language?
No.
Why?
I cannot give a reason for that.
Okay.
Well, I'm like, when interview whites, man, wow, it's like you are facing devil. It's not like we should mention those township we went visited. You mentioned those township that he visited, and then to go there is to observe how people are living there, is to observe how crime is happening here. So that the Western judge, we're not going to make, maybe you're going to close a case and what, you understand what black people are going through. And I asked him, say, do you speak any our language here in South Africa? Like Setswana, Sotho, Zulu, Xhosa, Spanish, Changanese, Venda. And he said, like, no, I don't speak any, I don't know how to speak any. And he said, like, why? So like, I don't have any reason for that. Because I know, like, most of the time when Malema interview these people, oh my God, it's hard, it's not scary type of way, but it's too challenging, even though you'll feel, you know, like, wow.
And Chief
I
Justice?
cannot give you a reason why I cannot speak it.
Yeah, have you ever seen any need to learn indigenous languages?
Yes, I think it's a need to it will be a good thing to speak an African language.
But you still didn't see any need to learn it when you think it's a good thing to
No,
know?
I did not.
So like, I'm saying, Malema will challenge you. He said, like, why didn't you learn these languages, South African languages? And this, the law said, like, yeah, I see it's very in need to learn the African language. But it's like, you think it's very important. Why do you learn any of this one? Maybe you don't want to learn them. And you can't force someone to learn them if they don't want to learn African language. If white men, you don't want to learn Zulu, you don't want to learn Sotho, Setswana, you can't force them. But we won't get the job.
You didn't see any need to learn African language?
No, sir.
Do judges have a role to play when it comes to transformation?
Yes.
What role will you play to transform society as a judge?
Well, so maybe to give you an example, I've attached a letter or email to my application form where a black woman appeared in my court in an opposed matter, and she appeared in person. And I've guided her right through the proceedings.
But that's your job, man. That's your job to provide the right positions. That's your job. You understand? That's your job to provide the right thing. But it's very important, guys, when we hire, especially when we hire lawyers, police, people who are always helping people of this country. They must able maybe to speak 5 at least. Obviously, speak English, must speak Tswana, Sotho, Zulu, or Xhosa. They must able to speak. They must speak. They must. Any one of us must learn Venda. Any of us who are must learn Venda, Tswana, or Sotho, or Spedi, and Zulu, and Xhosa, and Afrikaans. That's the best way, because you can't be a judge. You only understand Afrikaans and English, and with the people who can, they're going to say like you're going to be presented by the state, and then the state that present you is not going to. There's other things you can't even tell with English. You want to tell something with Zulu, but if Zulu can believe you're going to win the case, when it's going to English, it becomes a disturbance that's going to make you to lose that case.
And at the end of the day, I ruled in her favor. She wrote a comment to the judge president. Maybe if I can refer to that document.
I never thought like if you are a judge, you are going to experience something like this. Admission of High Court. We're going to go through these stages.
It was, the lady was Busizwe Maduna. She wrote that, "Your Lordship, please allow me," and this is a letter that was, email that was addressed to the Judge President. "Your Lordship, please allow me to extend my sincere gratitude to the High Court, and in particular Judge J.J. Strydom, for the assistance given in my legal case. This lady was not represented, as I said, she appeared in person. By way of introduction, I'm a layman in terms of the law, but still represented myself at the High Court recently.
That's so beautiful. So I don't know, like here, Malema is want to bring the diversity of what is planning to do exactly what Julius is planning to do, because of like I don't understand these questions, but I understand the question for diversity, and this man shows like he's fighting for black people. I don't know if I'm mistaken.
I'm a black female, and this was my first time defending myself in a court as a plaintiff. I certainly did not have the correct terminology or know-how of when to even sit or stand. However, the judge and his team guided me through. I was also grateful to some of the advocates showing me Ubuntu and informing me of what to do and when through whispers and hand gestures. Judge J.J. Strydom was courteous on all accounts. And then she ended up by saying that I'm...
You know, like I can't wait for Julius Malema. I can't wait for Julius Malema to respond. You can see like this man, I don't know, maybe he's scared. I think like every interview is like that. Every interview when you go, like you'll be like type of shaky. So I don't know like what Malema is going to say to how he's going to respond, because this man trying to show all his meat work to say I represent black people and I'm going to show you, but I'm so scared to say like what Malema will say about this guy. You see, like, I'm so scared that what Malema is going to say about this guy. I'm so scared. I don't want to lie. I'm very so scared. And what is going to be a response? Because Malema sometimes, man, I don't know, man. I don't know, but like you can see, like this man is shaking and show effort to say like I done this, and I get my black client. I got the black client based on that. And for me, it touched me. I don't know if you're watching this video or you get attached like me, but I'm very attached. I feel, I don't know, but mixed emotion type of thing.
I'm also grateful that Judge Stradum allowed me to represent myself as I could not afford to have council representation. This is the type of compassion that can make a significant contribution to making our society right, in at least understanding that we can have access to resources such as the courts with neither fear nor retribution due to a history of economic exclusion.
Wow, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And you're so calm, man. Very calm.
Do you support transformation?
Definitely, yes.
How does your appointment help us to transform the judiciary?
So as I've already said,
This is a difficult question. Why do you get this question, Malem? Why do you get this question? This is a difficult question. You can see like this man tried to answer this question, but it's very challenging for him to answer that question. Why do you get this question exactly? Wow.
I'm in favor of transformation, as you, but I cannot say how my appointment will help transformation.
You support transformation, therefore you can't be subjective. In supporting transformation, you ought to tell us now, how does appointing you help to transform the judiciary, since you are a supporter of transformation?
That's a simple question, man. That question can even lie. This is a question that we can even like lie, man. Let's lie, and you're listening.
No, so I don't know.
It doesn't help us, right? No. Appointing you doesn't help us to transform the judiciary. Am I right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This guy just agree just like that. You just agree just like that, even you. You failed me, Shane. You failed me. Me, I will never agree.
Commissioner Nyambi,
I'm covered, CJ.
thank you. Prof.
Thank you, CJ. My question is a follow-up to Commissioner Malema's one, particularly on this letter, which makes reference to the concept of Ubuntu, because I was going to ask to what is your understanding of that concept?
So, like, if you're going to read that, just say you're going through, or it's only whites are going through this, or but I don't know. I'm asking myself about this. Like, these black people go through the same situation. I don't know to surely understand the history and the people, because I'm like, I don't know, man. Oh, it goes with the majority. So like these people are majority, and if you are different race, you're going to run here. You must able to.
Ubuntu, and also how does that concept helps us to transform the judiciary in terms of its functioning, and also the jurisprudence that comes out of the court? Thank you.
Wow, this is a very question. So beautiful. I love it. So proper.
Commissioner, I don't know what is the concept of Ubuntu.
They don't know Ubuntu. You don't know Ubuntu. Humility is a humility, right, chat? You can say like humility, Ubuntu, Ubuntu.
Commissioner?
Thank you very much, CJ, and good afternoon.
Oh, you don't know Ubuntu, like us. Ubuntu, don't know like the term called Ubuntu.
Advocate? Yes, good afternoon. Afternoon?
Good afternoon.
Yes. On your questionnaire on 7,
The earlier response you gave to the question regarding whether you are aware of the concept Ubuntu, did you say that you were not aware of that concept, or did I miss something?
Pardon?
Sorry? He did understand. Oh, okay. He didn't understand the concept. Yes, that's the question really I'm asking. I just wanted to
Yes.
confirm if indeed you said you did not understand the concept Ubuntu.
Yeah, he did say that he don't understand Ubuntu. So Ubuntu is like humanity. Like in Africa as a whole, we love to share. When someone is struggling, we share. When you need help, there you get help. This thing called Ubuntu. Ubuntu is going to go with my soup, man. Ubuntu soup. Wow, I think I can use that one. So this guy doesn't know Ubuntu. My guy's like he's doing much. Don't know like the concept Ubuntu. He's doing too much. You are doing too much.
Yes.
I'm just trying to understand your exposure to customary law, because it seems to be at the very core of the indigenous knowledge system, insofar as it's at the core of African customary law even. How did it escape you?
Yeah, like when you are like when you are busy not studying during your time, maybe someone will writing for you. I don't say him. I say like if you don't study a lot, it's going to catch up with you. It's definitely going to catch up with you because of the person doesn't know Ubuntu. The person doesn't know the concept of Ubuntu.
Maybe I should ask a question differently. Your exposure to indigenous customary law, was it only in relation to these two matters that we have just talked about? Because it seemed to give me the impression that you've had exposure to African customary law.
That's correct, yes.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you so much. So much.
But Ubuntu is a easy question. Maybe like because I took it like this because I'm black, but like guys, Ubuntu my Ubuntu guys. Come on. Ubuntu.
Straight on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't want to punish you with the deeds of your father. You know, your father was a judge, a very difficult judge, we must say. When it comes to transformation and the things that your father did while he was on that bench, do you think that we should trust you with transformation?
Well, firstly, I'm a different person. I've got a totally different personality from my father. I've got my own mind, and I've heard about things he did. I did not agree with all he has done. In fact.
So like his father was a judge during apartheid-era or what? During apartheid government. Because of what this guy is saying, say like you had like what your father done, and I don't want to punish you based on your father's action. should we trust you based on transformation, like to transform, since like the culture, the country like now is under black government. It's not like apartheid, or like there's an apartheid, and then they not study the black people culture or the black people slogan or the black people struggle. I don't understand, but between all those kind of stuff. So the question is like, can we trust you, since like we don't want to base you based on your father's actions?
In fact, challenged him on a couple of occasions as a son, but I believe I will do my own thing, and I have got a different view altogether, and we live in a new dispensation, and I totally accept the transformation, and I will assist where I can also to transform the bench through my interpretation and application of the Constitution, and in dealing with matters properly.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's beautiful to hear something like that. Deal with these matters, and I hope you understand the concept of Ubuntu, because the last person they interviewed, he did not understand the concept of Ubuntu. And then there must be procedures followed, and there must be steps followed. Procedures and process must be followed, and they must be effectively implemented. You know, wow, I love what you said, but this is so beautiful. Yeah, there's nothing much to say.
Which specific parts that your father committed that today you are saying you don't agree or you are denouncing?
Well, it is a long time ago. I must now refresh my memory. You're talking about 20 years ago. I think he became a judge.
Yeah, I was right. Like during apartheid, his father was a judge during apartheid. You know, then the son for his father maybe got motivated, but he said like, no, me and my father have different personalities and different mind.
In 1974, he was in Namibia for 8 years, and then after that he came to the bench in Pretoria, and I think he already retired in well, I'm not exactly sure, 93 or something like that. But there was one specific matter which I was unhappy with, and that related to a sentence he imposed in Polokwane on circuit. And that is the matter I specifically remember engaging with him, trying to get a feel why he did what he did.
I never thought it's something like this. When did this thing happened? 2018. 28. This thing happened 2018. We never been exposed to information. We never been exposed to information. This is my first time seeing this kind of information, and I'm so scared. There's other things happening like this. I never know about big debate. They must go to watch deep debate. Deep debate is what we need as South Africa. The big debate when people come express themselves. That's what we need. We never experience this kind of stuff, which is so scary, to be honest. And we see these things happening like now. When I react, when I start to do my own investigation, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I never see like these things like this, man. Wow, man. Wow, I'm learning a lot, and I hope you are learning a lot too. This is so beautiful. I don't know,
Yeah, that's all I can say at this stage. Other specific incidents I can't now relate or inform the Commission about.
I was trying to understand because, you know, with that background, to some of us, it's very difficult to accept that you can advance the interest of a non-racial, non-sexist society when we know the father that brought you in this world didn't share those aspirations. How do you convince us?
Yeah, all I can say is I cannot be responsible for what he has done. He lived in a different era. He has his own.
he lived in a different era. So like the best way to win this like is my father was influenced by the apartheid government and his dad is done about his choice and I'm totally against it. I was always fighting with him in the house and like my father, no, people are not treating like that way. No, people are not treating that way. So it's clear like shows like you've been against him based on things that you've been doing to people, especially black people.
Background. I have a total different background. I had many other influences. I became aware of the constitutional democracy. I know the principles. I know the Constitution. So all I can say is, although he brought me into life, I will not follow his thought and his thoughts and the way he did things. And I must say, I'm not saying that all he has done was bad. He was a judge for on to 21 years, and he also obviously, according to me, did many or heard cases and work hard. So I just can't at this stage just say just negative things about him. But
You see, like this is all about you, you know. But when you come here and then you talk about your father-in-law statement and not acknowledging what you have done, because the moment you acknowledge what your father done, it will be easy for you to move forward. But if you come here and then you don't focus on what your father have done to people, there's unfair, whatever, what happened, but just make it short and tell them like me, it's going to be a different story. But maybe like you don't want to bring your father down, but based on the question being asked, you need to think about yourself. I know the question involves your father, but come on, let's think abroad.
I will do my own thing. And I will have my own mind. And I have a different mind set than his.
No, I take your point, and as I said in my intro, I don't want to punish you for the deeds of your dad, but I just want to convince myself that indeed it's not a perpetuation or continuation of something that was not right.
Well, I can also just take it a bit further that I've been acting since 2011. I've applied the law. I've sat on many matters. I had no problem whatsoever with any person. There were no complaints that I'm hard or I've got an attitude that's wrong or that I in anti-government or anything like that. There's been absolutely nothing. I've felt that during my 6 years or 7 years of on and off acting.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You know, like guys, this is my first time seeing like people are going through that kind of like questioning. I don't know, like this is my first time seeing like people they go through some questionings, especially want to be the part of the law. I don't know, like these things happen only to white people, even like black people, they go through that thing, or only for whites. You know, that's the only thing that made me to question myself. But remember, today we are here because of Julius Malema. Topics how he shares mind on whiteness, and the benefits and whatever was happening during apartheid, the future, the past, and we all know like most of people don't like Malema. So let's go and watch Julius Malema and listen carefully. Listen carefully what he's going to say on this one. You will love it. Let's go. Watch it like now. Start in second. Start in second. Let's go. Sure we enjoy this video. This is Julius Malema. Welcome them, Malema. Thank you, sir.
Leader Julius Malema is addressing his supporters outside the Hawks office in Silverton, Pretoria, after being summoned over allegations that he discharged a firearm in public. We take you live to those proceedings now.
To refuse to say something to them, and I say to you, surely you should know that they are more important than you. And what I say may incriminate me in the near future. So let's respect the fact that I said I don't want to talk, and I'll talk at an appropriate forum, except that I deny the allegations put before me.
Do you align yourself with the version that Mr. Ndlozi provided to the public after the event, that you were playing with a toy gun to coincide with firecrackers that were going off?
Mr. Ndlozi can say anything he wants to say. He's not charged.
Oh, this is the topic that like Malema got guilty this year, right? 2025. So 2026 they say on 13 on what Malema is going to be, I don't know. But based on the statement the speech he was talking about, it felt like he's going to appeal, you know. He said like he's going to appeal because of what they charged with him is unfair. So like now, we are still in this case.
I'm charged, and anything I say may be used against me in the court of law, and therefore we should respect that. Okay. I thought you would ask me about what you called me. You called me. I called
yes,
you.
Yeah. But please, can you comment on that yesterday? The Daily Maverick allegations that were leveled against.
It's an absolute rubbish. It's an absolute rubbish, and there's nothing new about the Daily Maverick allegations. I think when she goes dry, she looks for something that she's not reported about in the statements she found, and then she repeats the same story. So let's take the Sundown House, for instance. She wrote about it from the beginning and even implicated Dalimpofu in the Sundown House. We responded to it. What is there to respond again? It's not new. I'm not using Mahuna's money. Mahuna never received money from VBS. She doesn't say that herself.
Even there was this case of VBS, and I want to get into details about VBS. Please, Chad, give us a small explanation with simple English about VBS that they say Malema eat the money of VBS. I don't know if it's VBS or something like that. Give us a small introduction about it, so it will be easy for us to understand about the VBS. So I guess here I'm here to educate people. I'm not here to just sit and watch Julius Malema. The information Julius Malema is talking about, the information I'm going to present it. You know, there's a small, simple, easy understand explanation. Plain English, no complicated words. What is a VBS? VBS Mutual Bank was a small bank in South Africa. It was mostly worked with poor communities, Stokvel, churches, and municipalities. You all hear the word VBS, VBS, VBS. This became a VBS scandal. What went wrong at VBS? Leaders at the bank stole billions of rands. Money that was meant for communities was used for, oh my God, my country. The money that was supposed to use for communities, they use it for luxury car, houses, gifts, paying politicians and friends. The bank ran out of the money and collapsed. People lost their savings. Some people accuse Julius Malema and others benefiting from money linked to VBS. Receiving money indirectly through people connected, Malema denied stealing money. He said accusations were politically attacked, and there has been no court conviction saying Malema ate VBS money, so it remains allegation, not proven criminal charge. Why people still talk about VBS? Poor people were hurt the most. Wow, this is so beautiful. This is so painful. Trust leaders were damaged. It became a symbol of corruption and greed. Very short story. VBS was a bank. Money was stolen. Bank collapsed. Some politicians were accused. Malema denies wrongdoing. No final court ruling. So the case of VBS, they just left it like that. Wow.
Mahuna received money from Sgamega, and Sgamega is not VBS, and therefore Mahuna never got any money from VBS, and therefore Mahuna is run by a cousin. My cousin, let's take Durban July for instance, 500,000 spent at Durban July, and then it is alleged spent by me, but it's not true. My brother runs a marquee at Durban July. So they buy a marquee at Durban July. They sell a corporate ticket at 70,000 per ticket. And then they sell alcohol, they sell food in that thing, and they hire DJs. they make people pay, they make money. So it's not like someone went to eat 500,000 at the Durban July. They put that money written Durban July because they procure Maki.
So like they eat 500, half of a million in a night. But you mentioned like this thing of the July, the money was like they use that money to buy tickets. People they buy money, they bring DJs, and it's not like it's something that was. It's like something that is planned, and no people eat the money. There's no something like that. Basically, like people they eat the money or what. So that money,
the corporate tickets make money out of it. There's one transaction she asked about of 500,000 to Major League Gardens, and her herself conceded that Mahuna paid 500,000 to Major League Gardens. It's a festival. They put 500,000 in partnership with Major League, and then they made 100,000 out of it, which was paid back to them. So they put money to engage in business, and they receive returns out of that. So
you can see there's so focused. There's so focused. These are other things we don't hear a lot. Especially about the major league, what they put the money was returned. It was a form of like investment. Those kind of information. The money was a form of investment. Then they got the money back. But like now they make it like they didn't get the money back. It's like something like investment, overnight investment. Invest 500,000. 500, not come on, I don't know the maths. I'm the one who don't know the maths. I don't know the maths, yeah? No, I do know the maths.
So it is not correct. So when you say Malema, he paid Malema's child his fees. I once asked him to pay for the fees of a friend of my child who had not gone to school for 6 months because the parents could not afford. And I asked him, why is my son's name written there? And it was for easy reference because I was helping the family you said I should help. They help, not only him, my brothers help, poor people at universities, poor people in the villages, poor people.
With what money? Where do you think that money from? Because of this thing, like now start to confuse. Where they were taking money from exactly? Because I don't understand this story, and I don't know why I'm reacting. Why you reacting to story? Don't mind me. It's like why I'm reacting to story that I don't know because I'm confused. You talk about the money, go to university, 4 people. They wrote the name of the child of Julius Malema, which is just I don't know. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Something that those lines that you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I believe those lines that you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
In the townships, they build houses for them where they can be in a position to afford. I, from time to time, ask them to do that. The same way I do with all of the corporate. She says I slept in a particular hotel in Durban. She
There's no the story.
Can go there, leave the cameras. She can go there and ask, has Julius Malema ever been in this hotel? I don't know the hotel. I didn't sleep there.
But looking close, those so focused, man. Looking close, so focused, and my brother here. Very focused and very listening very attentively to Julius Malema. Very so focused, very listening attentively. To say like, anything I don't understand why they're charging Malema with what they are charging with, you know?
I slept somewhere else with my wife and we slept very well and enjoyed each other properly. So there was never a problem. Me sleeping in some hotels I know nothing about. So it is a fabrication. It is unfounded. My brother runs an office again in Johannesburg for your information. But equally, all my brothers are in all the events I'm at. They are here now. They will not have let me come here alone.
True brothers, man, it's so beautiful. when you talk about these boys like that, it's like they're here like now and they're supporting him like now because they will not allow him to come here alone. From the case of he was shooting the gun where he found guilty. So it's a thing of like people say like people are like they're happy. Say like yo, Malema is going to jail. Yes. But you once think if Malema get arrested, what will happen to this country? But we just one thing about it. If Malema going to jail, oh my God, I see a lot of people say like if Malema is going to jail, this may happen. I want to comment on that. This it's not a threat. It's not a threat, but people how they love Malema. They say if Malema is going to jail, this is what will happen. So we are preparing for next year. So like if Malema
always are supportive and I support them. So you'll always find them where I am. All of my family, especially the boys, are in business. They are running business. Mekete Lodge in Polokwane, that's where one of my brothers is running a...
So like you only say your brothers, you're talking about your sons or you're talking about, because I know that you're beautiful kids, you're talking about like these brothers behind you or your sons. I think like that question they must stop him and say like which are you talking about exactly?
So hospitality business, that's where we're hosting different types of festivals in Polokwane. Another one is coming this weekend. It's not for free. People pay 150 at the gate, they buy alcohol, they buy food. At least my brothers are not in tenders. So she has got a problem with that. She says, this company is not even doing tenders with government. When they do tenders with government, it's a problem. This companies of Malema's family is doing business with government. When they don't do business with government, it's a problem.
But it's the thing of like when your business is there, your family is there, you are connected than people who for now to network is easy. But if there's someone in the level of Malema, obviously like it will be easy for those people to get funded. It will be definitely so easy those people to get funded. So I understand like what Julius was talking about. People they complain. When they do this, they complain. When they do this, they complain. Everyone always complains.
They prefer private to private business. It doesn't mean they don't do business with government. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, I've worn it before. I don't wear it now. I make no apology about it. I don't buy it with VBS money. I bought Louis Vuitton and Gucci before VBS. If you don't know and you are just a recent graduate of journalism, go and ask Deborah Patter.
It's like if you don't know you're just like graduated from journalism. I've been wearing Gucci, I've been wearing Louis Vuitton. It's not the first time and I didn't wear with the man of VBS. Because people say like Julius Malema is wearing these big labels, living in a big house that costs millions. Where did he take money? And these people are saying these things are white afrikaner. They say, Malema, hey, where did he get the money? They even wrote a book. If you don't know, they wrote a book about Julius Malema. Say like Julius Malema is living the best life. Julius Malema this. They wrote a book. But we asked them, you guys never benefited from apartheid. You want yourself to eat alone. In the other sense, they want them to eat alone, while others they eat a problem. Malema once said this, I never forget this. Malema once said this. Julius Malema, you're watching like now. He once said, oh my God, this changed life. He said, when a black person driving a sports car, the hawks are going to want to investigate. But when it's a white, it's normal. So that thing must end.
I answered that question long before. Anyone who voted for EFF and voted for me, they knew that I came to the EFF with Louis Vuitton and Gucci. It doesn't start now. It will not be stopped by politician Polly van Veek. It will never stop. No one can tell me what to wear and not to wear. I make no apology. What I wear and do not wear do not influence my political consciousness and commitment to the revolution.
Will you be taking any action?
Wow, man. It's so beautiful. You can see they are listening very carefully. Wow, this is a beautiful. Obvious, like when Malema speak, everyone listen. You can't tell me when Malema talk, they don't listen. Everyone pay attention. Everyone hold their ears like this. You see how I hold my ear? They hold it like this. They say like, he's speaking Julius Malema. Let's give him attention. People, they hold their ears like this. Like this, so that the whole information can come and enter. Look what I'm showing you. People, they hold their ears like this so that things can enter here. Yeah. Like this. When Malema is speaking. Look, dog. People open their ears like this when Malema speak because he speak things that shake people. He speak things that listen this one. They ask him a question. Listen this one. They ask Julius Malema a question, and then let's pay focus and say like which the question they ask Malema. And we can even see like they're so focused. They want that question. Look how they're so focused they are.
Against these allegations?
I don't have time for that. I mean, in which courts? So I'm not going to do that. I don't waste time on Polyfan Veik. I don't have the money. If I have to take Polyfan Veik to court, I have to go and ask my brothers to come and finance that. And then, hey, this is for Malema's benefits. The BBS money is being used to go to court. I'm not going to do that. I've taken a decision, and that's why I will not engage her as a journalist. I've taken a decision. She's a politician. And then she says, Mbuisen, coming back from Durban July, I stopped to buy Nando's. But if she was an investigative journalist, she will know that I don't drive going to Durban. Even that time, I didn't drive. I was flying. It's not true. So the facts are there. She calls herself an investigative journalist with a bank statement that was given to her by a friend of hers in Werksmarkt. And it's not investigative. She just looks there and then she makes assumptions.
You know, like Malema is a comedian. Because even though when you are sad, man, at the way they didn't treat you well, and come to this in Malema, you get that feeling. So like, wow, I wanted this. When Malema speak, oh my God. I would say that when he speak, like, man, everyone listen. And it shows like when everyone listen, there is power in that. When Malema speak his man, speak the truth, and people listen, it shows there's power there. It shows there's power. Let's go.
He was driving, he bought Nando's. I don't drive. I never drove to Durban July. I fly.
Malema, will you and the AFF entourage be going to Zimbabwe to bury?
Absolutely, we're going there. We're going to bury President Robert Mugabe. He's our leader, he's our icon. Let's all remember Mugabe the best way we know how. If he's a villain to you, don't impose that on us. Let's all remember him in different ways. What could be a hero to you may not be a hero to me. Wait until de Klerk dies. De Klerk is going to look better than Robert Mugabe, according to these people who tell us who to celebrate and who not to celebrate. I'm not the type.
Facts. When he's speaking the truth, man. So like when de Klerk, people were so sad, the whole country. But when Mugabe, people say like, hey, you say you're going to Zimbabwe. Hey, you say you're going to Zimbabwe. What? Because of his Mugabe. Because Mugabe like is the one who chased whites to say like this land belongs to Zimbabweans. So why they seem differently. And Julius Malema said a beautiful point. So like when Mugabe to me is different to you. Your hero may be not my hero. My hero may be not your hero. Speaking the truth. It's so beautiful. Speaking the truth, man. The truth that is going to save us. The truth that is going to build this country. Malema is talking about that. That's why like the world. So like the world love Malema, man. You can come with your own things, you can come with your own stories, you can come with whatever you're coming with. But it will never stop people from I'm loving Julius Malema.
Yeah, Nobel Peace Prize declared Nobel Peace achiever who presided over a regime that killed our people in the 90s. So I'm not going to be told by racist of note who to celebrate and who not to celebrate.
And last one, put it on the Mugabe matter. The AFF has an event scheduled on Thursday for 1 week. Are we expecting any international leaders or leaders of government to attend the event?
No, we don't expect any government leader to come or any international person to come. The memorial service is open to all. We wrote to the Zimbabwean embassy, we wrote to ZANU-PF, informing them that we'll be honoring President Mugabe, like we did with Fidel Castro.
Oh, you know Fidel Castro? Fidel Castro, every day, every day.
Always honor those that the white monopoly capital want us to hate. We do the opposite.
He said we do the opposite. We honor those white people want us to put aside, but as we honor for them, as we don't say like no, as we honor for those who are fighting for this country to become a better country, for those who want to see black people being freed for slavery, those who want to see black people start to own their means of production in this country. This is what he's saying. He said like we're going to get us there. We're not going to get us for those who want to see us separated. We don't work like that. Oh my goodness, Alk, the evil ones. What is that? I don't know. We say like we honor those, man. So like just like now is going to it's a long-term video, this one. It's just the best moment of not the best moment, is this the moments when not the best. I repeat, Raja dead. I repeat, this is not the best moments, but it's a time where like my Julius Malema deal with whiteness. You all know like most of them they hate this guy called Julius Malema.
Mama?
No, she asked my question.
Okay. Yes. Sure.
Government has been saying that he is xenophobic attacks, not xenophobic, but a matter of criminality. Is our government out of touch with the reality on the ground, or would you say that it's in fact criminality that is going on?
Xenophobia is criminality. You can't separate it. You can't say it's xenophobic or it's now criminality. It's criminality. It is unacceptable. It's a crime against humanity. And
thanks. Send a message to those. Send a message to those South Africans who busy kicking out their brothers. You kick a Zimbabwean out. This is a brother. You kick Malawian out. This is a brother. You kick Nigerian out. This is a brother. So it's focused on those things of like criminality. You understand? So let me do this and tell this boy.
Those people who are engaged in it, they must know they are committing crime and they must be punished as such. They are criminals. We agree with government, but do not try to justify one with the other. They are all the same. They are rotten to the core. They are undesirable. Our government should never even try to defend those thugs. They are thugs, they are criminals, and they must be called and be referred to as such. No one.
So like if like our country, Malema was taking our country, man, I'm telling you, this country is going to be different. If like Malema was taking over, I'm telling you, Malema is going to be a good president. There won't be this corruption we're experiencing. There won't be this lots of killings we're experiencing. If they give Malema a chance to run this country. You know? There won't be these cases we're having, these things we're having today. You know, like today, like man, people have been killed. You understand? So based on like what Malema is saying, man, it shows like he's a fit enough to run this country. I know others they may disagree with him, others they may say like, no, Malema is this, Malema is this. But listen to him. Listen to his message. Listen to his words. He speak about change. He speak about valuable things. And that's what we need as a country.
Deserve to be treated the way these rascals are treating our people. No one. We should treat each other with respect and with dignity, and that's exactly what we will entertain. We don't have a problem. We know their problem of drugs. We should punish them. We know there are problems of crime. We should punish it. But we should not do that through committing crime. There is nothing revolutionary out of the acts we have experienced in the past few days. Okay.
You know, like when Malema speak, people remain quiet. When this president speak, all the evil ones, shame on you. Oh my God. Why is that, man? I don't understand. I don't get it. So in this country, we must not talk about our history, we must not praise people who are fighting for us. This is what the comment these men do. This is what I'm dealing with on my comment sessions. So we're not supposed to embrace those who are fighting for us. I don't know, what are you telling us? We are not supposed to focus on those things. We're not supposed to focus to our people. Malema is the one person who speaks his mind, is the one person who fighting for us all over the world, the world. So when I do a reaction on Malema, it's a problem. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's have Ubuntu. Let's have humanity. Is humanity. I know Butu. Let's have Butu. People, they don't have those. They don't want us to be equal. They want to see us as workers, as always. But what we say, man, but I'm glad we can now speak. When times goes on, they're able to adjust. They're able to adjust. Man, if you hate Malema, if you hate Malema, if you hate Malema, you hate If you hate Malema, you hate South Africa. Because Malema is South Africa. You understand? Yeah, let's go.
So I'd like to note, any of your members, any MP that come forward to confess that they received money from the CR 17 campaign?
Nothing so far, nothing.
Why is that?
Just a quick one, last one.
It's very serious.
Your response last week, the NPA confirmed that it had authorized charges against yourself and Mr. Ndlozi in relation to an alleged assault of a police officer last year. Your response to that?
Another mockery of our system. Now,
Yeah, they were, Ndlozi and Julius Malema, they were charged of assault. They're pushing there's a security guard policeman between the two. So assault is not about beating, guys. People, they don't know the meaning of assault. Assault, like, I don't know how to explain it in simple English so you can know the meaning of assault. Let me check here. Let's go check the meaning of assault. Give us, sorry. Oh my God, sorry. Give a simple explanation of what is assault with simple English. Up my hands, up my hands. Say beautiful. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, let's focus. Let's go to the business of the day. Let's go to the business of the day. Just so relax now.
Now, when we leave here, when I left the office of the Hawks, I inquired about that. They say a provincial head of NPA announced the decision to charge us. And when they took the docket, the spokesperson of the Hawks is here. When they took the docket to the senior prosecutor at Randburg police station, they looked at the docket and said, we can't call these people to court with such a docket. Go and do the following. And they called us and said, we're turned back to do further investigations. Please don't come. Someone is sitting somewhere, making stupid decisions, informed by politics and fear of right-wing elements like the AfriForum.
But AfriForum doesn't want to see Julius Malema. AfriForums do all they can. They do all they can to, I don't know, to attack Malema or what, but they do all they can to, I don't know to say to bring Malema down or what, but they do all they have in their powers. They do all they have in their powers. You understand?
And then they don't apply the law. They do that out of fear of AfriForum. Apply the law. At all times, it doesn't matter how unpopular the law might be. Apply the law. Mbuyiseni's mother now, every 12 o'clock midnight, she's praying, or the child is going to be arrested. By wrong information, wrong decision by people who do not apply the law. When the senior prosecutor sitting there says, you're going to make me a joke in front of a magistrate, I can't go to court with this type of file. Then they call and say, no, wait, we'll call you, we're still making further investigation.
This is laughing outside in the background. I don't like it's nice. You know, like, guys, I used to tell people this. So, like, your friends, think about that friend when you are down and it makes you laugh. Think about that, friends. When you are down, it makes you laugh. When you're around him, you forget about your problems. This is a value on its own. People pay for that value. To listen to music is a value on its own. When you come and then you listen to music, and then music make you feel better, that is a value. Or don't know the meaning of value, I give you one.
Okay, so there's just generally a joke of the whole thing. They use us for diversion from real issues.
That's why you use the term mischievous. Do you think both these heads, the Hawks and the NPA, are trying to like come together against you?
Well, there's AfriForum behind the whole thing. And they are scared to say to put AfriForum at its place because it helps their political agenda to always bring us to the fore and divert us from the main issues in this country. So let's deal with the real issues and leave these nonsensical things which are a waste of time for everyone.
But like AfriForum has always been next to, it's always after Julius Malema, AfriForum men. And most of them, they are happy. They believe like Malema is going to jail. They believe like Malema is going to jail. It's in their heart to say Julius Malema is going to jail. They believe it all they have in their heart. In their heart, to say like this guy is going to jail. In their heart, they believe like this guy is going to jail, no matter what. But others we can see like Malema is going nowhere. As you can see that this guy is going nowhere.
The policeman they are talking about, it's a policeman that tried to stop me from entering the gravesite when we were burying Mama Win and blocked me. When I came out of the car, I said to him, Chief, what are you doing now? With a hope that the guy will recognize me. He says, no, you're not going to enter here. A white, big, white afrikaner male stopping me from burying Winnie Mandela. White man was going to stop me from.
Malema is always like ready for fight, man. Malema is always ready for fight.
Bearing win. If that means I must go to prison, let it be. No one, no white man was going to stop me from burying Winnie Mandela. It was not going to happen.
I love Malema. I love this guy, man. Always show tea, man. Always show tea. Especially, he loves to shout. When it comes to what he loves to shout with all he have in his heart.
Not on that day, not on any other day. If that is an attack, take it. It is. It's an attack. Take it. For Winnie, I will do everything. I did that when she was alive, and I will do that even now. I wish I did that.
The video footage is correct.
I wish I wish I assaulted him. Now that is
this thing is that video that like now Julius Malema was recognized. Where is going to say like whether I black or pink, red or pink, I deal with you. You love this video trended. This video is the one. Listen, this is the video that trended by the most, and you can see it on YouTube or on TikTok, on lots of platforms.
The real issue. I wish I did a real thing, proper. I regret not doing it. I should have done it so that I deal with real stuff. Me, I'm not scared. But uniform or no uniform, Afrikaner or no Afrikaner, white or pink, I deal with you decisively. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The lead.
Wow, man. So after that speech of Julius Malema, people like everyone like is taking their own path. Like now, everyone is going this side, everyone is going this side. This is the next president of this country, man. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to disagree with it, whether you Malema is the next president of this country. Eh? Whether you say like, aye, man, this guy, man, I'm telling you, man. I know, like, it's very hard. People say like, no, Malema can't be a president. Malema can't be this. Malema can't be. Look, man, the things talking. And these are videos, man, and we put more effort to make things work. To work for everyone. That's so beautiful about the thing about Julius Malema. And we should appreciate him. We should love him. Yeah, that's so beautiful, man. No, like, that's so beautiful about Julius Malema. Nothing's so beautiful about this man. Let's watch this video. We are not done yet. We have a long way to be finished. A long way to be finished.
Must never be scared to kill.
Hey. Yo, Malem, what are you saying now? Hey.
A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act.
That is why they call Trump. You see how they were calling Trump. They were this kind of the message. The reason they call Trump, they were this kind of the message. Just want to say, oh my God, I'm scared. I don't like, I'm scared. Oh my God. Remove me to your things. Remove it to your things.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, we've not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd understand somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter, they freak out. It sounds like a genocidal call.
Cry babies. Cry babies.
I'm not calling for the slaughter of white people, at least for now.
I can't give a guarantee of the future, especially when things are going the way they are.
Subtext.
Especially if things are going the way they are, there will be a revolution in this country, I can tell you now.
We are not.
This is a shortcut of Julius Malema explaining. Oh my God, and I'm so scared. It's AfriForum. Then they see this kind of the videos. They said, Papa Trump, come to help us with a problem here. We have a problem. But I know and understand how they're feeling and how they're going through, man. Just imagine getting things like this, man. You're so scary. Very scary. I don't know, like very scary.
Calling for the slaughter of white people, at least for now. That means at some future date, we may call for the slaughter of white people. Is that correct?
Let's deal with that at that future date. I don't know what's going to happen.
So you're saying you are not ruling out that in the future you may very well call for the slaughter of white people.
It may not be me.
I'm so scared, man. I'm so scared. Say it may not me. It may not be me. You're so scared. I don't lie. I'm scary. Scary.
Could it be you?
It could be me, yes, but it may not be me.
Yeah, so it could be you. You could, at some future date, call for the slaughter of white people.
Shoot to kill.
Yeah, like this is a politic in our country. This is what we are dealing with. Politic. And they say at home, stay away from politics. Politics is dangerous. He said that politics is dangerous. Stay away from there. Huh? I was saying, yeah? They say, stay away from politics.
Failed municipality under the previous leadership of the ANC and the current one, especially Kwakwati, Ward 16. We want to fix it and we want to do it working with our people. Our chances look very high and we stand a very good chance. Our people are happy to receive the economic freedom fighters. But you will know that we don't exist just for vote. We exist to conscientize our people on the ground. So if we convert 2-3 people to believe in the message of economic freedom, with that will be a big achievement.
You know, like the thing about Julius Malema, he loves to help. Whether you like it or not, Malema loves to help, man. Whether you hate him, he's a man who loves to help.
For us, but we're going to put up a good fight. You can already see here, we don't want people from outside this world. We're only dealing with people from this world.
Mr. Malema, you spoke a lot about your safety, especially given the utterances that were made by Mr. Trump. We see also an increased number of security. Are you really fearful for your life? And secondly, just to speak about how do those utterances by Mr. Trump, how do they affect the EFF, especially going into the local government elections?
Yeah, why increase the securities? Man, that's smart move, man. Because of in positions in, you don't know what may happen to him. In a position in Julius Malema, you don't know what may happen to you. So I believe like that is a good move to consider. I believe that is a big move, man. This is a beautiful move to do, to consider, understand what is to increase security.
Well, I'm not fearful. As a revolutionary, part of being killed is one of those honors you must wear with pride. But I'm not going to be reckless. When he says to Ramaphosa, why is this man not in jail? Why are you not arresting this man? He simply means, why are you not killing this man? Because this man wants to kill white people. That's what he believes. And imperialism, especially the USA, it makes such remarks meaning something different. If you remember how they killed Gaddafi, they said no-fly zone and any other necessary means in Libya. And that meant Gaddafi is going to be killed. And that's how they took care of that situation in Libya. So
I want to understand how, let me ask ChatGPT. I want to ask my friend here. My friend is so smart. There's no one is defeating my friend. Please give me a small explanation with simple English about what happened to Gaddafi The one was fighting for one Africa, one currency, one military. What happened to him? What happened exactly? Maybe simple English, I want to understand it. You know, sometimes like we can't trust because they don't know our history, you know. But like the thing of like we want to understand what happened to Gaddafi because of Malema just remind me. Who was Gaddafi? Gaddafi was the leader of Libya for 40 years from 1969 to 2011. He believed in one Africa currency backed by gold, not US dollar. He believed one African military and African being independent from Western control. Because of this, many South African leaders respected him, but Western government did not. What went wrong? In 2011, protests started in Libya. Some people were unhappy with his rule. This happened during the Arab Spring, when many Middle Eastern and African countries had protests. Western countries like USA, France, UK, and NATO said Gaddafi was hating his people. They needed to protect their civilians. But many people believed that there was no other reason. Gaddafi wanted Africa to stop using a dollar. He wanted Africa to become economically independent. This threatened powerful global system. What happened next? NATO attacked Libya from the air. Gaddafi government became weak. Rebels groups were supported with weapons and money. Libya collapsed into chaos. Wow. Gaddafi was captured and killed by rebels in 2011 after NATO bombs destroyed his defense. What happened to Libya after that? No strong government, many armed groups, ongoing violence, worse living conditions for many people. Libya became less stable than before. In simple English, Gaddafi wanted strong, united, independent Africa. Powerful countries felt threatened by his ideas. Protests, war, foreign military action led to his fall and death. After him, Libya did not become better; it became more unstable. If you want, I can explain whenever. No, like why? Explain with simple English why NATO attack Libya? What's the reason for NATO to attack Libya? So this is a part of understanding the history of Africa, and because of the thing that people they always talk about it, this and this and this and this, but we don't fully understand. Here is a simple English. I love simple English. Don't get me wrong. Why did NATO attack Libya? In 2010, NATO attacked Libya because of the three main reasons. Protests in Libya. Some Libyans were protecting against Gaddafi rule. The government used to force to stop them. NATO said, you must protect the civilian. Okay, this was the official reason. Western countries did not trust Gaddafi. Gaddafi did not follow Western rules, wanted Africa to be independent, where one currency, another part. Oil and power interest. Libya has a lot of oil. Gaddafi controlled it and did not always cooperate with Western countries. After he was removed, foreign companies gained more access. Wow. Western influence increased. What did NATO do? NATO planes bombed Libya. They weakened the Gaddafi army. Rebels were on the ground to defeat him. NATO said, we are not here to change the government, but this is what happened. Okay. Malema has always talk about Gaddafi, and I wanted to know how they killed him.
We know imperialism killed. The president of South Africa was unable to defend the constitution of South Africa to say this thing that you are accusing him of and saying to us we must arrest him. Firstly, we are a constitutional democracy and we are governed by the rule of law. The judiciary has expressed itself on this matter, including the highest court in the land. If I arrest him for that, then I will be violating the constitution of South Africa, which I must respect. He failed to do that. So when a president fails to do that, you have a responsibility to defend yourself. And that's exactly what we're doing. The EFF is more powerful now. Everybody else, all of you, including Sam Kelo, you said EFF is dead, EFF is irrelevant, and all of that. only to find it in the Oval Offices and to find it in the White House. And
I don't lie, man. EFF is big. And if you don't believe, ask AfriForum. Ask Trump. EFF is big. EFF is big. We can come, we can say what I want to say, but the very important, like, we need to know how many members of EFF in South Africa that are registered under EFF. You can explain that with simple English. How many members of EFF? You understand? It's very important to understand the members of EFF. EFF is huge. EFF is growing. EFF is big, man, and with Malema, what she's saying.
A USA president to argue with the South African president who's in denial, who says this is just a small party. It's so insignificant. He says that's not a small party. This party can gather 100,000 people under one roof in a stadium where I can't even see a single empty seat. You can't say that is a small party. We are not a small party. That's why imperialism is very scared of us.
Mr. Malema, how did you feel when you saw those videos of yourself being beamed at the Oval Office of President Ramaphosa, particularly noting the historical nature of Kill the Poor, Kill the Farmer song with the Constitutional Court judgment?
Well, I was not shocked necessarily. I knew that issue is going to arise, but that they will play videos, I was not sure. I didn't know all of that, but I knew that matter was going to arise. And I was very interested to hear how the president is going to defend the struggle song that the ANC has defended throughout the history of that song. He couldn't defend the
This song is a struggle song, whether you like it or not. The struggle, that chant is a struggle song, but people they don't want to live in the reality. They want to run away from reality. It's a struggle song that our ancestors experienced it, and they went through pain. They sing like those songs to make themselves feel better. They sing like those songs, you understand? But then it's a very important thing to understand how many EFF has. I said members. I said members. Come on. So based on this, there's a clear answer. How many EFF? Here's a clear answer about how many members of Economic Freedom Fighter Party has. Total members of Economic Freedom Fighters, a political party, says it has about 1,085,843 registered pay-up members. This means these people are who have officially joined the party and pay the members' fees. Simple explanation: members say means people have joined, officially registered with the party. As of the listed information available, EFF reports just over 1 million members. About, if you want, you can also explain this compared to, please. Let's compare and see. Let's compare and see which one is big. Let's compare and see, like, all the parties we have in South Africa. It's very important. I'm going to come with those comparisons. Let's go and listen. Malema.
Song as a heritage, he couldn't defend the song as a struggle song. He couldn't explain the song that it doesn't in any means necessarily refer to literal killing of white people. It was refused to in reference to a white supremacist system of oppression in South Africa. He couldn't do that because he himself never believed in the struggle. And that was justified when he couldn't defend the struggle right at the White House. So we know for a fact that he threw the Constitutional Court under the bus. He threw the Constitution under the bus. He was not loyal to his oath of office to defend the Constitution of South Africa, where he should have pronounced that the highest court has ruled on the matter. I can't arrest him. Even if I wanted to, I have no powers there is a rule of law in South Africa that needs to be followed. But they all understood the language, that the language is not arrest, it's killing. Why are you not killing him? Because he's going to kill white people. That's what he wanted to project. But
yeah, let's go and check based on the parties, like which parties is big. These are simple corporation of people officially registered the big parties. ANC is number one. The ANC is the biggest party, definitely. Largest official members reported to 1,477,257. These are people. EFF is 1,085,843. Official despite these numbers from available report. DA, except DA members, how many people are joined? Not public published as clearly as EFF and EFF. Most of public sources talk about how many seats they have in parliament. It's 7 seats in 2024 elections. Come on. Okay. So they did not publish the other stuff, others, you know, maybe like they're scared, or maybe like is the part that like is coming to grow or what? You understand? Because you can't tell, you know, you can't tell, man.
it was not courageous enough. You have the whole former deputy president of the youth league who sang this song, sitting there, not saying anything. The whole minister of public relations, Kumbuzo Chabeni, I was with her in the youth league. She was the youngest in Peter Mukaba's NEC of the ANC youth league. She knows the history of this song. She's sitting there very scared. All of them shaking. The president himself shaking. Only 4 white afrikaner males were confident. It was Rupert, the 2 golfers, and Steenhuisen. Why do you give Steenhuisen to speak in such a meeting and not give a minister of international relations? That department has been juniorized and has been undermined as a result. And that's what I asked him in parliament. That
Yeah, man. I was thinking something, you know, but that's something I forgot. I was thinking something that we need to discuss on. Something was in my mind. Yes, man. Come on, give me a hand, dog. Thank my brother. This guy's like, shut up for you for this stream. G. We need live stream about politics. We need live stream about politics. We need all to come. I don't know, like, yeah, they can come, and we need stream about politics, man. And this is what I'm going to do with public for an hour stream, you know, just asking people about politics. This is beautiful because of, and I can say like I got motivated just like that, man. So like, dog, we love what you're doing. Yes, man, I'm coming so hard. This is just the beginning. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I hope you subscribe then. I hope you hit that subscribe. I hope you hit that subscribe so you can be motivated and do like dance, man. Dancing, come on, dance, man, come on, dancing.
have you juniorized this ministry? You're playing with this important ministry. And we saw agriculture, a minister being promoted against the Minister of International Relations. Reason being the color of his skin more than anything else.
Have you engaged with any of the members of that particular delegation since that interaction at the Oval Office, like Kumbuzo Chaveni and Ronald Lamula?
No, I've not done that. I have no duty to do that. I have no relationship with them like that. So, but I will raise it in Parliament. When the president comes for questions, we'll sharply raise this matter, and I will.
I want to do something. Listen, ChatGPT, do you believe Julius Malema is going to be a president one day? And when? And why you say that? Give them with simple English so they can understand. So this thing is very important to make it more interesting, the stream, because you guys don't want to participate. You understand? So this is the question I'm going to ask the people of my stream. I'm going to ask them these questions. You understand? I'm going to ask them this kind of question.
Sharply raise the matter where he failed to defend the struggle and the constitution of the Republic of South Africa.
Diplomatically, don't you feel as if the president was on the right footing not to engage President Trump and to present facts to him, because that wouldn't have changed the thinking of the US president?
So to engage in a diplomatic engagement which doesn't present the facts is falsehood. It's not diplomacy. Diplomacy, you say, with due respect, Mr. President, so many people have been killed in South Africa, and of this number, so many are black, so many are white. Majority of people being killed are black, and you do that in the best way you can. Ramaphosa can do that. He's got, the temperament. Can do that. I can do that. I can't do that. I'm going to be very aggressive, and that means in one way. So Ramaphosa should have presented the facts. Look, he goes to Oval Office 2 days or a day after they released the crime stats, which means Ramaphosa was sitting there knowing the crime stats in South Africa. He still doesn't say, but this is not a true reflection. And then what kind of diplomacy? Some is this one where you are shown a picture of another country and they say it's your country, and you are saying, no, if I clarify, it's going to be offensive diplomatically. Those are facts. Diplomacy never meant that. The truth must not be told, facts must not be put on the table. Anyone who has not made a follow-up after that press conference, they will...
Whether I would like it, man, whether I would like it or not, whether we like it or not, this Malema is fighting for us. And the beautiful thing about Malema, he doesn't choose the face. It doesn't say like you are what, you are like this, the power you have, your genius. If you're wrong, he's going to tell you you're wrong. We see it in Parliament. We see it with America trying to take over here and tell us what to do. We see it with AfriForum, tell us what to do, but Malemas keep on standing. But the good question is, if you're watching this stream, do you believe EFF is going to take this country? This is a beautiful question I should ask everyone in the stream. Do you believe that EFF in this country is going to take this country? Is going to take this? There's a question that we must ask our people. And then before like that, let's go here to say what people say, because I believe one day we are going to be run by EFF. I know others don't believe that, but that's the truth. Let's go here. Simple answer: it's possible that Julius Malema could become a president of South Africa one day, but nobody can say for sure when or when happen. Why? He's very popular among young people and support of EFF. If you can tell, go to universities. EFF is doing the most. His party is growing, but it's still smaller than ANC. Definitely, ANC is the struggle. He was a part of ANC. To become a president's party, you need to win election. We know that. Come on, you teach me about this. Same thing about it. Right now, Malema is not the strongest because ANC still have most power. But if you ever keep growing and winning more votes, future, it could become a president. And for us, we need to make Malema well known. But they do make him Malema well known. With Trump, AfriForum, is making Malema well known, is making Malema the next president of this country by what they're saying. This they're making Malema the next president. They make him popular. They make him well known. You understand? This is what's so beautiful. Because they're like, not how Julius Malema, Malema this, Malema this, Malema this. So I don't know, like they make this man powerful. You understand? There's one thing I'm looking for. I want to show you something. Come on, why don't you see what I want to see? Come on. Yeah, this one. This one is very important that we can see and learn from it. This is very important that we can see and learn from it.
Righteous Atuba Tama Kamske. It means, in my ancestral language, our struggle continues. Mr. Malema, you have no authority to talk about land ownership. The Khoisan.
You know, like the Khoisan, others say like there's not a way to the Khoisan. It does not exist. If a Khoisan is a war, if a Khoisan was a war, there's no people called the Khoisan. But we started to see in South Africa trending, going to courts and what. What triggered it? Someone once said, this guy is African, Pan-African. He once said, you can see whites during apartheid, they were calling themselves European when they came here. When they were rights, they were calling themselves, we are European, we are not black, we are not African. When now black people start to take their land back, when the laws in this country implemented about the land, they start to call themselves African. Now we see about the colors. Colors men, they always, not majority of them, but if they be like, we are not colored, we are Khoisan. So that topic too sensitive, so I will leave it. Yeah, and let's move forward.
It's the only authentic voice that can talk about land. We were the first freedom fighters fighting the colonials when they came here 360 years ago.
Where were you 360? Where are you? You need to come with this thing of people say 360 years. Where were you? 360.
We were the first people of this nation. We were the first people of Southern Africa. And today we still face oppression. This country's history did not start in 1910 when the ANC was established, nor did it start in 1994 when you went to a democratic dispensation. We lived here, and you, your ancestors, and the white ancestors found us here.
Found you where? Where? This thing, like this topic, like sometimes makes me I.
So we can only talk about land ownership as you found us here. The indigenous people of South Africa and Southern Africa needs to be restored. It was taken from them by the invaders. I thank you.
Malema, please don't attack here. Malema, don't attack here. Please just advise her because still she need advice. The best way you can do, just advise her. Just advise her. That's the best way.
I'm not sure there was a question there. Is there was a statement? Would you like to answer?
Well, I think that you are extremely missing a point. Me and you are Africans. And this land you are referring to and the whole of Africa was one thing until the colonialists came to divide us.
Good, madam. Teach them history. Teach them history. Teach them history, madam.
So you must never see yourself as being something different from what I am. Otherwise, you are inviting self-isolation.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
We, the Black African majority and the Khoisan, were one thing.
Hey. Zulu, Tswana, Xhosa, Pedi, Changani, Malawian, Darada. We are all African. We are one thing. So it's clear when people they come not knowing and raise this matter, not knowing.
And we are the only ones who can speak with authority about the Africa, the continent of African majority. So don't take away, I'm not from Europe. My ancestors are not from Europe. This Africa belongs to Africans, and that's what the Khoisan are.
Yeah, Christian are Africans. So like people they lack information, they lack those kind of stuff, and they come in and challenge them with the reality questions, and people will be like, huh? What is the difference between a Khoisan? Other people they say the Khoisan it never existed. The Khoisan was a war. And Tswana, Sotho, Xhosa, Zulu, they're all African. There's no difference between from the Khoi or say. So please explain with a simple English to educate people who don't know the full information. But we know like the information coming from you is not the information of our ancestors. The information that's written by Western. Give me something with simple English. The information we get from internet, not the information we got from our ancestors. Our ancestors were not writing these things in online. They were never familiar with online. So everything you get in the internet is not true about African culture, about our culture, about who we are. The only way to find the truth, the best way to find the truth, we must talk to our ancestors through dreams. That's where you're going to get answers.
Don't isolate yourself, my sister. This solidarity will help us to defeat colonialist and apartheid legacy.
Well handled. You call me Daniel. This thing call me Daniel. ChatGPT. Okay, Daniel, I understand what you mean. Let me explain carefully. In the coincide the name combined two groups, Khoi, sometimes called Khoi. They were most natives live in southern Africa. They keep cattle, live the big family groups. Shan, called the Bushmen, they were mostly hunters and gatherers living the wild animals and plants. So question is not a race war, sometimes or something fake. It's just the name used by outside to talk to those two original group of Southern Africa. Now about the rest. This Zulu, Xhosa, Tswana, Sotho, e.g. These are other African groups who speak Bantu languages and came later in the history of Southern Africa, Central Africa. They farm traded, sometimes they fought over the land. Here's the truth, all them are African, definitely. Differences are mostly culture, language, lifestyle, or not race. The Khoi were the first people in Southern African, long before Bantu-speaking groups like Zulu, Xhosa arrived. Western writers often mix simplify these groups. Some of the Khoi never existed. But this was wrong. They did exist. They were the first people of this land. There's no such things. There is no such thing. We're going to believe something like this. In short, Khoi first people hunters, Xhosas, Bantu-speaking farmers, warrior, all African, but their culture is are different. If you want to make me very short, you can explain with understanding. Let's allow it to do that. Let's allow it to do that. You believe what you see there? Just the topic of the quiz. I'm a Christian. I'm a Jew. I'm a Jew. Do you believe what you just read now? Do you believe or thinking so hard? Let's watch Julius Malema during the time when he was under ANC. Because people don't know, like Malema was ANC. This is the time where like Malema was under ANC. Let's watch him and then share our thoughts based on his leadership under Youth League of ANC.
Totally behind the lifestyle audit of institutions should be empowered to audit individuals who accumulate wealth in a manner that cannot be explained. This should, however, happen to all people, not selected individuals who are audited in order to satisfy narrow factional politics and ambitions. We wish to put the record straight and clarify all the allegations.
Sorry? I don't like the view, man. I don't like the, you understand? Malema, he was the leader with dream. Malema was the leader with dream. That's why he started his organization. Maybe like others, they failed to do so. So let's go and listen to him.
Fear in the affairs of the.
I don't know who started this thing. When he started, he put some songs. I don't know, maybe he thinks it's going to be nice and what. We're supposed to teach people how to stream. He put, I think, How to edit, sorry. Put a thing, he put some songs, he put those things he's putting. Come on, we must teach these people.
ANC Youth League. We must be able to defend the autonomy of the youth league. Some people still even have cards to stand up today and say the youth league must be a desk, undermining the role that the youth league plays in this country to liberate the poor, but to continue to make the ANC relevant as a fighting force for the total liberation of our people. We will never polish the issue of land.
These are topics. These are topics that made Julius Malema get hated. You know, these are topics that makes Malema to like, oh, Malema this and this, Malema this and this.
There is no way, even if you try, comrades, leaders, there is no way you can be diplomatic about the issue of land. The leadership of the ANC must implement the Polokwane resolution. Polokwane said, willing buyer, willing seller has failed. We must find an alternative. You have not come with an alternative. We are giving you an alternative. We must take the land without payment.
You see, like Malema sinful. You see, like Malema since for years. Speaking one thing. Since for years, speaking one thing. Even like now, the same thing was speaking, the same thing was addressing. He still address it. That means a man will keep his weight. Because I don't know, maybe you saw like ANC slow when it comes to the land. So like ANC is doing slow. We need people to get fast.
If you've got an alternative, we are prepared to listen. Nationalization of mines is a resolution of this Congress. So perhaps we'll hear very minimal of Malema's policy on nationalization.
Nationalization of the mines means like the mines going to belong to government. And if you want to own the mine, you need to talk to government. To end poverty.
Because now it's not Malema. 5,000 plus coming from many branches all over South Africa. Nationalization is the policy of the Youth League. We may not agree with the method used in Zimbabwe, but the critical issue is resolved. Land question. We want land.
Well, the land question, there's a critical issue. It's so like you may not agree with the process of what happened to Zimbabwe. We may not agree with it, what happened to Zimbabwe. But the most important part is land question. So like that. So like the most important thing that we focus on is the land question. So like that, we may not agree with what happened to Zimbabwe. We may not agree what happened there and then there. But the most important thing that we should focus on land question. Which is powerful message. Which is beautiful, powerful message.
Land. Without land, we are nothing. Why would this South Africa belong to us when we have nothing to show that this South Africa belongs to us? We need the leadership that is ready to resolve this matter. In 2040, not more than 5% will be transferred. What does it mean? It means
you saw Shivambu is there listening very carefully. He listened very carefully, said, that's my boy. Say like, that's my boy, Shivambu. They're listening very carefully. Guys, I close this channel, this video. No, I don't close it. Let's go.
means our economy will still be dominated by the minority.
You remember was so smart from the past, dog. Very smart. Look things he's bringing to the table. Look his ideas.
Capital suffers from a mind of a rat. They think if there's going to be an uprising, it's only the ANC which is going to be overthrown. They don't know that we'll start with them. Here in Santania, our people will just walk from Alexander, just across the street, open the fridge, and just mess themselves with cheese and everything else they find in that food. We're not going to say it diplomatically.
Country on video shop. Fanak. This way must help me.
If you want to transfer wealth, who owns this wealth? In whose hands is this wealth? It's white monopoly capital. Those are the people who want to take from and give to the majority. The ANC must lead the people. The ANC must lead with the people. We are asking for leadership.
I guess I'm tired. I've been reacting for hours. I love you so much. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I love you so much. Bye bye.